Yeah, I think Alistar being able to find that in the back half going to really help Weibo with the fact that they lack that true tank. So being able to pop that ultimate, catch some CC, and try and get off 2 spell rotations in the fight could be really nice for Hong and Weibo. But
and take their dragon. Now, you do lose quite a bit here by giving up grubs, right? Breathe is going to make great use of them later on in the game. Even Xiaohu is going to be able to do his thing. You've got one really strong solo laner and one pretty damn good one. But the FPX solo laners as well should be able to hold their own at least. But if Weibo start getting advantages, these turrets will melt.
Once they are able to get the 1v1 going, as Breathe is absorbing solo XP and solo gold, whereas Sheer is sharing. So I'm curious how much longer Weibo want to keep this up, because they really are trading power into the Kaisa for power into the Gwen.
Oh, this is going to be real bad. Sheer is going to have to run away, and he is stuck. The triple threat of Weibo is here. First blood going to be picked up by Tien.
Yeah, Tien burns the ult, going to be gifted the kill. Of course, no flash on this Gwen.
Oh, he got spotted.
Was spotted there, though. Nice toggle from our observers. See if Breathe
Wait, did he
there.
not? I don't think Breathe saw him, and now the equalizer on top of his head. Doesn't matter that you exhaust him. That's plenty of damage.
I guess Breathe didn't see him, as that was a little funky, Yanni.
Well, he's been able to get his. Doesn't mean that he hasn't been able to be too active so far.
I'm still just so shocked that Breathe went down there. That was such an
Too busy breathing.
Yeah, and Hong.
Okay.
He's gonna walk down into the river and get found and probably go down.
Yep, yeah, he's going to go down. Shadow was able to get there in time. Picks up 15 seconds with multiple members of Weibo on the bottom side. Perhaps a dive and a Drake is in the cards.
It's still cleaning up the
It is definitely in the cards.
Hong.
Hong is just going to drop his ultimate down and tank up this turret, and they mob Sheer.
No chance to win out on that dive, as Sheer has to get through and am secured for just the dive bot for Weibo. So again, on paper, not exactly these. Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait, okay. So Tien could not steal it, but Shadow is stuck back here. Is he actually able to get out? Yeah, Tien not going to commit his flash. He saw multiple members in the area, and it's into the game.
Yep. Yeah, I think the idea is that they're going to try and play outside of the range of the Zero and around it, as Breathe going to get caught.
It's going to be hard to do when Care goes all the way in, and he finds his second kill of the game. Now, let's see if Xiaohu is going to look for more here. Does have the Spirit Rush available. Charm is not going to land, and the rest of Weibo cannot catch up.
Right on out of there. And this is not bad for FPX, who continue to farm up these side lanes for Weibo, looking for these plays bot and not really finding anything.
Oh no, his leap got interrupted, and the tank up is going to be there. And the Ignite will not give it over to Hung. That means Xiaohu will get his first of the game. This low damage, high uptime RE. They will. Nobody on the Dragon yet for Weibo, which means they may fancy themselves a fight here. Herald down to about 5,000 HP. Tien does have his ultimate available. The Herald is getting chunked even lower. Looks like they're looking to go all the way in. It's smite and secured by Shadow, but Shadow is caught in the pit with 2 members of Weibo, but now Hung is in there, and sure, he's got his ultimate, but the rest of his team is able to buy space for him to be able to walk out, but the objective does go to FPX.
So that Dragon take will be grabbed in the back half by Weibo, but it's delayed, and in that time where it's delayed, Care gonna not just pick up the outer turret, but Shui also dropping that Rift Herald. They should be able to get a crash.
This will be good, and a lot of teams, they'll make the breakneck pace play of trying to dive. Xiaohu does not have his ultimate available, so maybe we'll see a move like that happen here. Assume is coming through as well. The turret is going to fall, and they're going to look for Xiaohu. The charm is out, but here comes Awesome to the backline, and he gets punted into the turret, but there's the Emperor's Divide, as Hong has to flash away as he watches his Ahri fall.
Accepting that it's going to be dropped and finding a lot of gold they can throw in their pockets now, and that lead as they come back out on the map continues as Care is eliminating the spot outer turret.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's on 2 items now. That's a huge lead. He's up about 1,500 gold.
Or there, going to get the bad news and give his team info. They should be dropping this turret. They don't need to look for that one. It's going to fall on its own as Breed takes care of business.
I'm always worried when he walks into an unwarded bush now because of what's happened earlier. But FPX, and I think making a bit of a miscue there,
He's
right?
going to take his time picking it up, and let's see if we can get other stuff done on the Gwen. Speaking of him, we'll have a Nashor's Tooth coming in pretty soon, as that is the new build, and Hong has been caught flashless.
Yeah, he's near nobody. He's trying desperately to get back to his team. The bullet time, but they're undeterred. Our FPX, Zhui is going to get credit for that kill, and the Otacon will be started. Breathe does have a teleport available if they want to fight a 5v4. We know Otacon can do a lot of shred, but it looks like Weibo are not interested.
Likely to be the withdrawal this game with just the lack of damage and skirmishing that we've seen going on and going around. I will say the scary part about this, upcoming dragon, this is, oh wait, wow, Rose is
Yep.
I'm a little bit surprised about that. As not a lot of kills on the board, don't feel like a ton of damage has been traded around, but Weibo going to play the lane first before they play the objective. FPX thinking the same thing. Kara doing a decent job trying to hold the choke here, but it doesn't. No turrets being taken, no use of his zero passive here, just standard ones holding.
Uh-oh.
Care.
They found Care. He's got to flash
Good
away,
flash.
so not going to have that tool to go back in, but they're going to go for the fight. Teleports are coming in. Down goes Pantheon as Xiaohu does have a couple of charges to go in. Maybe land a big charm. Flashes are getting burnt, but here comes the Equalizer on the other side. Breathe is going to use the Hollowed Mist to try to get away, and it looks like he will. Xiaohu is out of dashes. Sheer is shoving them away, and the Dragon started by FPX.
It should be enough for FPX to get the dragon, and do want to credit Care with that fight, Yanni, because the engage was onto him. Once they saw the Q being used by Azir, that's really what prompted the trigger pull. How Care played that one, even that equalizer from Sheer just to split him up. No, they didn't find him looking back half of the potential.
We're fighting
There's
again.
Breeze
Teleports
now.
are coming in. Tiana's joined the fight. Light is here too. Big double knockups coming through. This could be a bad one for FPX. His Shadow's got to flash out, but they're able to trade back on the Hong. Sheer being a bit of a savior there. Is able to pop if he wants. This singular ward doing a lot of work. Just letting Weibo know that FPX are in the area. They have a vague idea of where they're at, but they lost the mid wave.
I like what FPX is doing here. They had the control. They got the fast track to mid, and they're at least going to take the outer before they look at this dragon. As again, it has to be
Now it's
ripped
low.
by Weibo.
2,000, 1,000 secured, and here comes the fight. The knockup is onto Shadow. Here comes the equalizer on multiple members, splitting the fight. Awesome got to the back of the fight too, and he flashes away. Care is relatively safe. And the Emperor's Divide knocks them all away. And the only one left standing is Tien. But he looks like Tien at a Dragon Ball Z. He's just a chump. A triple kill for Awesome.
A big fight for FPX in another game one. Awesome gets his hands on this Kaisa. And FPX playing with direction, playing sound here against Weibo in this first game. And punishing this composition, Yanni, as I know that some of these wins from FPX haven't really been quite, as convincing as what we want to see. But this draft from Weibo getting punished heavily by FPX, who are playing really well in this game.
FPX, their map movements have been sublime, Cubby. This is what you expect out of a team in Group Ascend. Doesn't matter that they're 0-4.
That one on the board of the win column. So a real opportunity for them to at least take this game and then try and have two chances to take the series here. As
this
big
is a nice
engage
fast play by Weibo. Going golden is Sheer. A couple of members going to have to wait to get there. Here comes the bullet time as Sheer goes down. Now it's a 5v4. Awesome to the back line. He's got the LPL. Kaisajin just buying time, but Zhui is going to fall in the back half. Care. He's going to make big plays. He's flashing on Breathe, and he takes him out, and he puts the turret up too. And now he's stuck in a 2v1 on the wrong side of the map. This is going to be a little sketchy. Care with 2 kills. One more charge on Xiaohu to fly in and try to land a charm, but a good shift away. But now he's not close to the turret. The flash getting burnt by Tien. Going golden is Care, but I don't think he's going to be able to fight his way out. He will fall, and Weibo get a lifeline back into the game.
As they're going to skip over that turret and see what they can do walking in here, but this is scary. Shadow.
Okay, Tien going to get engaged on first, way off to the side, just trying to keep Breathe at bay. Hong in the middle of the back line, but he's getting melted. Equalizer in a perfect spot. Xiaohu is burning alive. So is Misfortune. What a play by Sheer and friends. And FPX are going to ace Weibo and potentially take game 1.
That's it. Goodbye, Gwen. Goodbye, Weibo. As FPX, another day, another series, another game 1 win against a higher tier opponent than them. As I really was impressed by this game from FPX in the back half.
They played it so clean. Great play by Weibo to try to get themselves back in it, but man, their wave control, their side laning was so much better than Weibo's, and that's the big issue.
With the dredge line, you gotta wait for after it hits and Nautilus bounces back, then you can play him away and try and get away from that auto attack. As he needs to pretty much take Glacial Augment in order to get that off, but you can match it, so we'll see if...
A little low on the HP department, but Zhui has no summoners whatsoever. Thresh, early game, is not tanky at all. He has no scaling armor. He just has his base armor and souls.
Oh, Tien.
Do hit level 2 first.
Wait. Zhui just hex flashed in.
Oh no.
Oh,
this
no.
is so bad. Oh, this is so bad. Zhui, my guy,
Wait.
please. This is a damn disaster. He's going to go down. First blood over to Tien. Shadow is going to come through, but that's less time for him to clear his jungle.
Shadow one camped and came. They base, but they're lying in wait.
And you can see Tien is already on the way. No flay available for Zhui right now, but they might be able to just walk it out. The hex flash is going to come through. Wind becomes lighting on top of Zhui. He's going to land the hook, but get hooked himself. But there's the chompers. They're going to do a lot of work. Knockups are coming through. Zhui's going to go down, but Awesome is going to be able to get a kill. The reset isn't as fast because of the slow, but Hong has run out of space, and it's a double kill for Shadow. A nice turnaround from FPX.
Hold off of. And it will be the first grubs being taken by Tien, so win out on the neutrals, but unforced error from them in the bot side, and I think really mismanaged by Light and Hong.
Yeah, and then, FPX, they went and tried to greed for the dragon and
TP top, whereas Breathe has TP up to get involved, so Weibo do have an opportunity to find a numbers advantage here if they really want it, but looks like they're okay with dropping this one.
I am a little surprised. The Felios has a BF sword in the inventory. Easily the strongest member, or maybe at least matching with Shadow. 5 strong to head over to these grubs. Breathe does have teleport available, and the grubs have been started by Shadow. Teleport's going to be coming in behind the pit. Hong and Light on one side. The pincer could come in hot and heavy soon. They're going to take one away, but the team is split up. Cares to go over the wall, and the hook misses on Xiaohu, but Xiaohu's going to die on the one side. Meanwhile, in the back of the fight, Shadow is caught, and he is down. Breathe gets that kill. Tien is going to fall, and FPX is winning the fight. Asuma's getting excited, but Sheer trying to flash to get in the way of Hong, and he wasn't able to do so, but they're flashing after Hong. They've got plenty of damage and the kill, but there is the ultimate coming through from Breathe. He's caught in a 1v4. Can he find Care? He can't find Care. He don't care. Double kill picked up, and FPX running that fight.
Care, that was looking pretty nice, pretty schnasty at the back half there on the Thresh.
Yeah, that was a well-timed hook. Oh. It's just
nice toggle. We missed the vision break. That was big. Yeah. We return live. Dives on both sides. Top laner's going down.
Oh, we're going to get the Lantern in for Care. He's going to take one turret shot on the other side, but
that's big.
Breathe is able to dodge out of the rocket. Now the question is, how long is it going to take for them to take out Breathe?
Okay, he's dead.
He's trying to sprint away, but yeah, no Drakehound step left. He's going to sidestep. Who's going to... Oh, he might give the kill to Awesome here. This is really bad. Breathe. There wasn't a good person to give it to, but man, that's rough.
Yes, again, they have a little bit of a gold lead. They have a ton of scaling on their side with the double marksman and the Lilia. And for Weibo, we said early on that the onus was kind of on them to make some plays here, Yanni. The first few plays we've seen from them have not been good. Xiao has really not had an impact on this first pick Talia this game. I know he got counter-picked, but it's been Kara having a much bigger impact on this game and, frankly, on this series.
Yeah, that first ultimate was not it for Xiaohu, and Elios has had a couple of picks. I mean, now I'm looking for Light to be the guy because he hasn't been disrupted. But the problem is, Awesome is just ahead by quite a bit, even though the gold is even.
Of respecting this, as Waybo actually snows us all the way into the red buff. Now we might get a fight or a skirmish.
All right, let's see if we can blow up the Nautilus, but the Knockup's going to go on to carry. Here comes the public execution.
The synergy.
He got pulled away! Oh, the anti-synergy, as you said, and Awesome is going to get a kill, and it's going to be time for him to potentially reset.
Sheer.
Light's going to have to flash over the wall, but they're going to land the Knockup on the Sheer, but no Swirled Seas have landed. The hook just to get over the wall. Zhui trying to get close, but that play was doing nothing, and now the play is split. He's got a flash back over the wall. Awesome on one side, Sheer on the other side. Shadow ready to go, trying to make plays. Sheer in the thick of things, knocking up two. They're going to look for Tien. Tien's going to go down. Awesome gets another kill. Will they find more? Flash, knock up, chunked, but Breathe in melee range, cutting them up. Awesome going a little too far, but he flashes the wall to find Xiaohu. He's in melee range of Breathe, and he don't give a damn. He picks up another one. Triple kill for Awesome. Hell out of this. This guy has played incredibly this game, and look at the picture-in-picture. We're in a fight. Supermega Death Rocket not going to land. The Herald does go down. Let's see if we're going to get any more fighting. Good dodges on the Swirl Seeds. Tien onto the side. Hook coming down on the Sheer. But Hong is caught out. The knockup is there. They found Awesome. Awesome down to half. Awesome is dead as Breathe is chopping him down. Sheer's on the other side trying to buy space, but he goes down. But multiple members going to sleep. Can they capitalize? This is Kare's fight to win, but he can't get close. He's got no mana. Breathe looking to walk out of this one, but he can't dodge out on enough swirl seeds. It was a disaster, but the crisis was averted. Or was it? Wait, Care. He's looking to kill Light, but he gets knocked up. He's got to flash away. Hook goes down. Shadow finds Light, and now he's gone golden. Lantern. But the Lantern is there. Tien is walking up. Tien, why are you walking up to this? That's why you sustained just enough to survive. No mana on the members of FPX. It was ugly, Cubby, and I'm not really sure who won it. But FPX are still hanging tough.
Down mana. He was and also the heroics of Zhui with that Lantern. As we got to return to live because another fight being set up. Breathe not spotted yet.
All right.
Oh, they found
Does finally get spotted out. Hook does not land, but look who gets pulled in. It's the Scion. Rift Herald is going to get deployed in the middle of the fight, maybe looking for knockups and CC. But now, Dragon is low, going in, and Tien takes it away. Now he's alive for now, but Breathe. He finds Awesome. Awesome gets shielded, but it's not going to be enough. He stands tall and dies, but there's multiple members. It's Benny by time, but on the backside, Tien is trying to buy some space to protect his team. He ends up going down for it, but it could have been a lot worse, Cubby.
Shadow's been so big in these fights. He survived a couple, getting really strong on this Lilia.
Game 1 MVP, looking to make it 2 straight. And looking to lead FPX to their first win in Group Ascend. They're looking to try to dive on this top side.
3 or 4 of these dragons, and stopping them at 2 could be big, but at the moment, Waybo don't have control over that bot side of the map, and before Dragon spawns, have really pulled Otacon aggressively. Is that Weaver's Wall might just secure it? And yeah, FPX going to drop it for that soul point.
Yeah, now they're kind of lost here. They're not going for this Dragon. We see some pings on the mid lane, but they don't have a wave there quite yet.
And no one's on the Dragon. You can't rip Baron at 25. I think that this is like fake pressure they actually might want to fight.
We want to just go. We want to just go. It's a 4v4 for right now. Tien is the one that gets tagged. The Shadow going to get some movement speed from the Baron. Tien so low and out of this fight. Hook does not quite land. But here's a multi-man sleep. It's going to be only one because the cleanse gets used. But so much space. Xiaohu's on the wrong side of the fight. And Care finds him. And he's going to look to find Tien on the backside. But Breathe is able to get in there. And Light is doing a lot. Awesome gets knocked up. But now they're going to turn onto Hung. And Care is able to flash back over the wall to get away from Breathe. And Light will fall too. FPX are creating discourse in these fights. And they have an opportunity to take the Baron and shock the LPL.
Just going to be a game win tonight, Yanni. They sure as hell want that series win. Might be able to do so against Waybo. As again, with how hectic this mid game got, some of the carries for FPX got astronomically fed. Fight from FPX as they come back out with Baron on their shoulders and a Dragon in their sights.
The old Corky Pincer gets him every time, Cubby. Let's see if Waybo is going to fight around for this Dragon or just let it go. Remember, it is not soul, it's just soul point. So Waybo will not go after it. They will allow more time for Light to scale. Now, looking to take this one out. They're going to be able to bail out Awesome as well if they want it. It looks like Waybo, no ability to fight, but Care gets picked off on the side lane. Huge for Waybo. Not going to be as high, right? Look at this Baron power play. It's only about plus what? 1,100? Maybe less. There's a teleport. Tien on the backside. Awesome is cut off for right now, but he's able to operate at least a little bit, but Breathe up front.
Can't really auto.
A lot of damage. The knockup is there, and Shear's going to go down, but a couple members going to be put to sleep. Big knockups there, but Awesome is still A-okay. He's going to get slowed up by Light, rooted up as well, but they're looking for more. Shadow is doing so much. He's so fast, but Light trying to make a hero play, and he gets punished for it, and he goes down. And now the rest of the fight, Shadow is zooming in. The Legos are on the ground. Breathe takes out Care, and Shadow, he wants more. He's always wanted more of this game, but he won't get it as he's forced away.
Did make it all the way to the inner. They will sack that to make sure that they are 5 strong on mid with Sheer TPing in. Shadow with the passive is going to keep it going on to Breathe.
Breathe is going to go to a sleep. Tien a little too far up, and a hook lands onto the Nautilus. Hong's going to go down. Sheer is going to flash away. The resets are out as Awesome.
It's all FPX.
Has a lot of room right here. Flash hook! It burns the cleanse out, so Light has no sums, and he's going to get run down by the deer and the rest of the squad, but he gets out as much damage as he can before he falls.
Shadow.
Breathe on top of Awesome. Awesome trying to live, but he can't. But Breathe will breathe his last, as Xiaohu can only watch as the soul will be claimed by FPX.
And Shadow's looking to clinch this game for FPX again. With how bloody this game's gone, absolute solo queue numbers being thrown up by a few of our players as Shadow monumentally fed in this game as the Lilia. Jue burns the flash, gets the cleanse off Light, who, I will say the green-white setup, I do like that for Light in these fights, but was just not enough. It's picture-in-picture. You called it out, Hong's dead, and Shadow's out.
Yeah, that's despicable. That should never happen on the map once we're out of this replay. And Tien is going to die. He's going to get knocked up. He's going to fall. FPX are going to go and take their second Baron of the game, Cubby.
Face this Lilia or really just deal with everything that she's throwing out. The saving grace, you got to imagine if Waybo have any chance, it has to be Breathe in the back half. He is quite big on this Ambessa. But between Infernal Soul, the 4+ items coming in on these marksmen and the Lilia, and now Baron to boot.
It's going to be difficult as the siege is on in the top side.
I love how Shadow's the one who's stopping things mid, too, because he knows with his move speed, he can just always be involved in these fights regardless. Sheer doesn't want to separate from his team because he wants to tank things up in the front line, and with these objectives falling, resets onto Awesome. Sheer takes a lot with Care.
People are getting low. Care's almost dead.
That's a lot of
Care's got to get out of there. Are they going to turn around? Breathe got hooked. The Flay is in. They're going to go. Public Execution on the backside. Manages to find a kill. Breathe is going to be in stasis from GA. Shadow's away from the team. The rest of Waybo's around. The hook was mistimed. And there's a huge seismic shove. And they find a couple as Waybo are able to stave off FPX. Waybo have made many mistakes. FPX are known for making mistakes so far. Flash hook does not land. Jue wanted to put the nail in the coffin. Gonna have to flash away. Xiaohu, the knockups are there. Big blocks coming out from Hong. Shadow is golden, and he gets seismic shoved, and he goes down. But it's got to be Awesome, who's got to try to find a way to get close, and he just can't. It's a 1-for-1 for now. Hook does not quite land. They get the turret, but nothing more.
Shadow, if it finds either of those members, will be significant.
All right, Breathe is not quite close to the fight yet. Sheer just trying to buy some space for his squad. Xiaohu is just throwing rock after rock, but they're not quite landing. Breathe gets spotted out, and here comes the Elder. It's been started up. There is a ward on it in the pit. What a hook. What a hook. They caught Hong. Beautiful play by FPX. The Weaver's Wall is there, and Shadow's going to go over the wall. He's going to flash on a priority targets. Light is cleansed, but you can't cleanse that. He's low. He's trying to survive. Public Execution for Breathe on the back line, and Shadow crashes on him. Breathe is caught between a rock and a hard place. He's slowed. He's down. FPX, do you believe they take the 2-0 over Waybo?
Oh, the Phoenix had to die a lot to bounce back, but no one is able to take down FPX for the 5th time in a row in Group Ascension. They pick up their first series win after quite the surprise in a 2-0 over Weibo Gaming.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.